It's great to be here. It's so exciting to be here participating in the industry summit organized by OCSIAI on nano-augmented materials. The topic I'm going to talk about today is about creating customer values with the single-wall carbon nanotubes and specialty additives, with a particular reference to the products from OCSIAI and the BYK. Hello again, my name is Dechun Fu. I'm from BYK Additives, Shanghai. In my presentation, I'm going to cover the following aspects. First of all, I will give you an introduction about the background of the cooperation between OCSIAI and the BYK in China. And I will explain the approaches we have been taking, followed by some explanation of the project results so far, before coming to the conclusions. All of us know very well that single-wall carbon nanotubes are wonder materials which will change our lives in many ways because of their very unique properties in electrical conductivity and also mechanical strength. The technology developed by OCSIAI has led to very successful mass production of single-wall carbon nanotube materials, which in turn made it possible for such materials to be used in a wide variety of fields. But at the same time, we also recognize that these materials are not widely used today because of some major limitations. In particular, many times the end users find it's not so easy to handle single-wall carbon nanotube materials, including the precursors made from the powders. And there is a reasonable expectation from the customers, from our engineers, that the cost-performance ratio has to be optimized before they could incorporate this into the final formulation. Additionally, the homogeneity and the consistency of the end products are very important for us to achieve the optimum performance of the end products. This is where BYK can come in to help. BYK is a German specialty chemical company with a very long history. We are more than 100 years old, actually 145 years competence in specializing additives. And we are a technology-driven company with almost 1/4 of our employees engaged in the functions of research and development, as well as technical service. And we have a lot of laboratories worldwide, including 4 laboratories in China, located in Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Tongling. And we are the #1 additive supplier in the global market. We cover many areas from wetting and dispersing additives to defoamers, deaerators, or surface optimization additives, as well as wax additives, rheology additives. You name it, we got it in terms of additives. And we only have one simple aim in mind. We want to make use of the additives to make the life of the customers easier, because additives can do wonders to simplify the processing of the materials, no matter whether it's powders or it's nanotubes. And we want to use additives to de-agglomerate, to make sure that these solid materials will show the best aspects of their performance. So in the end, we will have products which are agglomeration-free and with the expected rheology properties. Why BYK and OCSIAI are working together? I think just like great minds think alike, great people also act accordingly. Gregory and his team in China approached us, and we had many discussions before we formally started the cooperation in the beginning of the year. And once the decision was taken, we came together, we defined very carefully the major objectives for such collaborative projects. First of all, we would like to optimize the formulations that contain both OCSIAI single-wall carbon nanotubes and the BYK's additives. Because a lot of the formulations are being used or tried by our customers, still they expect a better performance. And we would also like to foster technical exchange between the two teams in China. And we did a lot of cross-training of our experts from respective teams. In the end, we would like to jointly promote our products and our technologies to the market. A lot of them are common to both companies. For example, in the UV coatings, automotive coatings, composite, and even lithium battery applications. So, since the project started, we have had many meetings in China, in Shanghai, in Shenzhen, and we had joint workshops, and we also attended industrial exhibitions together, separately, of course, with our own booth. And we are starting to make a joint promotion of the optimized formulations to the end users now. Of course, when we do this, we realize that maybe we cannot solve all the problems with the existing additives from BYK. The single-wall carbon nanotubes are great because the production process has made it in such a way that you cannot expect much more than what we are getting today. But they are so unique. Traditional additives do not always work very well. So we have to make sure that we develop some new generation of additives. That's why we are also making use of the resources, not only in China, but also we are engaging our German R&D function to start development project for the next generation of additives, which can work even better with carbon-based materials. And we are also looking outside. We are starting collaboration projects with local universities. For example, with Hebei University, we are kicking off a major joint project in the recent times. And the discussions also will be underway between Hebei University and maybe OCSIAI, whether there are something we can do all together. So it's worthwhile to emphasize again that combining the strength from BYK and OCSIAI, we are creating solutions that eventually will enhance the values for our customers. If we cannot do this for our customers, it's not exaggerating to say that probably nobody else can. Because we strongly believe we two companies have the technology competence and we are the surface leaders in the industry. We are the best in class in supporting our customers. OCSIAI, no doubtly, is the only unicorn technology company making single-wall carbon nanotubes. And the BYK is #1 in innovation and the technical surface of specialty additives. Combining our strength, playing to our strength, will really create values for our customers. And the collaboration so far has already resulted clear performance improvements because we have done a lot of tests, a lot of trials in our labs and in OCSIAI's labs in Shenzhen. And sometimes a lot of work was also done back in Russia. As lawyers were saying in the beginning, we got support from all over the places, in Russia, in China, Germany. So we have been able to demonstrate that the performance of products is enhanced by incorporating the single-wall carbon nanotube materials with the help of BYK additives. And the processability and the consistency of the final products are clearly much better as compared to before. And for those of you who may not also know that the BYK is not just an additive supplier. We also sell instruments. For example, instruments for measuring gloss and color and even surface appearances. We could use our own instruments to demonstrate such improvements as well. So in the end, in the tubo, the OCSIAI pastes, we can say it's with the BYK inside. In our initial meetings, we identified a few key areas where joint projects could be helpful. This list is just an example of those projects we started from about 6 months ago. They cover a very wide area of industrial applications, from coatings to composites, and also some industrial areas such as PE film and the sizing agents for carbon fiber, as well as glass fibers. With all these projects, we want to make the processability of the end products much easier for the engineers who handle them on a daily basis. And we also want to make use of additives to control and optimize the property accordingly. In the following, I will just show a few examples where such improvements have been demonstrated. The first one is about a UV system with a high solvent content. And the formulation is shown here with 70% solvent addition, and tubal content was down to 0.03%. The purpose is for us to make sure that the desired electrical conductivity range is reached without sacrificing the surface appearance and also the transparency of the film that was made from these precursors. And from the data shown there, we can clearly see that we were able to bring down the electrical resistivity by several orders of magnitude. In the same time, we could also get the best appearance and the transparency of the UV coating film. And all this is done because of the right additives being incorporated into the system. And the second example is about another coating system used on automotive applications, bumper primer coating system. Again, the targets there is to optimize electrical conductivity, and hopefully we could also minimize the use of single-wall carbon nanotubes for cost reasons. So we are not always trying to maximize the use of our products. We are thinking in the shoes of our customers to make sure that the end solution we are recommending is highly competitive, even on an economical scale. The last example I want to show here is about a composite application where we adjusted the rheological property of the system in order to make sure that the resin penetration is optimal. And from the microscopic picture shown here, you can see the dispersion has reached a very ideal state without any agglomeration. And as a result of that, the viscosity of the system is also minimized, which makes the penetration much easier. So with these examples and project status, I would like to draw a few conclusions. By this kind of a collaboration between two leading companies, we can provide very innovative solutions based on integrated knowledge on chemical formulation and application expertise. That really makes the products of daily life much better and also sustainable. And our solutions opens up a lot of growth opportunities and even saving opportunities, saving potentials for our customers, because in the end, the customers have to recognize the benefits of such work. And as a result, we are creating values for our customers, our own employees, shareholders, we shouldn't forget them, and also the society as a whole. So looking forward, we have a very clear market vision and the future expectations. I strongly believe there will be more futuristic application of nano-augmented products that take advantage of the two most important distinguishing properties of single-wall carbon nanotubes, which are electrical conductivity and mechanical strength. Before we know them, I think they will be surrounding us in a lot of products that we can see every day. And as I mentioned earlier, a new family of specialty synergistic additives will become also available. Because we are working on this, we are trying to develop the next generation of additives, which will help even further to optimize the interfacial transition of dissimilar materials, whether it's from organic to inorganic, or it's from polar to unpolar, non-polar materials. This is the expertise BYK and OCSIAI possess today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Dr. Fu, thank you so much. So, as you recognize from our previous summits, of course, after every presentation, we are going to have like quite small Q&A session. So do not hesitate to ask the questions if you have to Dr. Fu. If anyone has questions, just raise your hand. I do understand that this is the first presentation. You have to feel a little bit more time to relax, to start working. So no questions right away. Okay, I have one.
Okay.
So, according to your experience and opinion, what is the most promising application do you see, let's say, in 5 years for your products and our ones? Up to your mind.
Well, our products are mostly used in the coatings areas. And for OCSIAI's products, I think they can also be used for coatings, for plastics.
It's an important area for us, yes.
Yeah. Almost all industrial applications are possible.
I do agree.
The only limit is our imagination.
Dechun, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Round of applause to Dr.